Speeding up design analysis iterations is seen as one way to meet demand for shorter development cycles. However, analysis groups are often operating at peak capacity, resulting in a process bottleneck, delayed development cycles, and increased costs. One way to speed design analysis iterations is to expand CAE to users within your design group. NX Design Simulation integrates basic simulation into an environment already familiar to design engineers. This video will show how design engineers using NX Design Simulation can quickly perform multiple what-if simulations of a product's performance to choose the most promising and innovative conceptual design alternatives. NX Design Simulation works in the same NX environment that's already familiar to designers. In addition, the interface is designed so that even occasional users of simulation are quickly productive. Here, predefined user roles are used to present designers with an uncluttered menu and radial toolbars for immediate access to commonly used functions. The designer has the option of performing several types of analysis on this plastic housing, including linear statics, modal analysis, buckling analysis, and thermal analysis. In this case, he selects a linear static analysis. Material properties assigned to the CAD model are automatically transferred to the CAE model, saving the designer time. Best-in-class auto-meshing technology means the designer can quickly generate a mesh with minimal effort. Here he chooses the automatic element size option and accepts all default settings. NX then quickly meshes the part. Loads and constraints are defined directly on the geometry, so the designer does not have to deal directly with mesh elements or nodes. First, he defines a pressure load to some of the faces on the part. Fixed constraints are then defined on the geometry where this plastic cover connects to another structure. The analysis model is complete, and after a quick solve, the designer has immediate feedback on performance. Reviews of the results show the peak deflection is about 0.75 millimeters, which does not meet product requirements. So the designer decides to modify the design. The designer determines that moving the internal bosses and ribs away from the back wall will add stiffness to the structure. Without leaving the NX environment, he is able to quickly make this change in seconds by simply selecting a face and dragging the geometry directly. To analyze this new alternative, the designer goes back to simulation mode in NX and sees the analysis model needs to be updated to reflect the changed geometry. He accomplishes the update with just a single mouse click. Also, since loads and constraints were previously defined on the geometry, the boundary conditions automatically update to the new analysis model. The designer then simply clones and renames the original solution parameters to ensure he runs the same analysis as last time. Then he solves the new model. Shareable post-processing templates let the designer quickly set up views to compare performance of the original design versus the redesigned model side by side. Satisfied that the new design meets requirements, the designer generates a report using another predefined template. The designer can then send the report to an experienced analyst for review and final approval. And if needed, the analyst can directly review the CAE model and results in more detail using the Expert Analyst tool, NX Advanced Simulation. NX Design Simulation allows you to speed design analysis iterations by eliminating multiple steps that would be needed with a non-integrated solution, delivering earlier feedback on designs, and freeing up expert analyst time to work on more complex challenges.